Yes, as C Tactics well says.
What a weird girl.
I think we should smash.
That just makes me think to the you've seen this meme, right? Of the bird who's like, let me smash.
No, I've never seen it.
Oh my gosh, I need to show this to you then.
No. I mean, I'm going to a faraway hospital.
Far away?
There are no specialists near where I live. Please don't worry about me.
Okay.
I'm just fine, see? I'll be back by the semifinals. Okay, see you later.
So she's gonna go offline for a while in the game.
But she'll be back.
Let me guess, we're gonna find out like what exactly is wrong with her just in time for her to come back.
Well, we know what's wrong with her. It's because of Ida.
Yes, but I mean, like we're gonna know what we have to do to fix it.
I don't think so, no.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of because we already know, but because we gotta figure a way to take care of the Ida problem. That's kind of what we know we need to do.
Training? Oh no. So we made it through our second fight, but we can't rest easy just yet. Never be proud of your successes, they say. So let's head through the ringer again. Let's check out, is that Delta?
Theta.
Theta troubled her antithesis.
Antithesis, yeah.
What a nosy girl.
That's what she
Let's
said?
see. Theta troubled her antithesis, huh?
I don't think they thought about those keywords.
Well, I think they thought exactly of it. They knew what they were doing.
Hey, I'll tell you that Adelie troubled her antithesis. Am I right?
Oh.
Was that an oh?
It's just gonna be me and Alkaid. Because everybody is conveniently offline or busy.
Quality time. So we're just gonna be doing another dungeon, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Just leveling up. So really quick, while we're making our way through this one, I kind of want to bring this up, even though we're going to talk about it on the podcast. You were the one who put the story up.
Okay.
About the Simpsons directors now saying that they will only cast.
Oh,
people...
I didn't put that up.
Oh no, it was Romney.
Yeah, Romney put that up.
Romney put that up. It's an official response to the whole Hank Azaria playing Apu thing.
Yeah, and everything else going on recently.
Oh, are we gonna have a cutscene? Okay.
Time to begin training for the semi-final. We're the advanced guard for our team, and as everyone knows, the important thing for advanced guards is effective teamwork. If we all work together properly to protect Adelie, our party's stability will be that much stronger.
She just eats, sleeps, and breathes PvP, doesn't she?
It's better to learn these kinds of things physically rather than mentally. For now, let's just go hunt us up some monsters.
Got it.
That I can do.
Go.
So what's your take on that situation?
I think
because we've talked about this on the podcast before in regards to when Laura Bailey had to voice a black character in Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
And while that did have viable reasons for it, because again, I can't confirm it, but I believe the original actress was going on maternity leave. And so at that point, the understudy, who was Laura Bailey, took over.
Right.
And then there was no problem. And then eventually, when they did Uncharted Lost Legacy, they just decided to stick with the voice that everybody knew.
Yeah.
But yeah, your take on the Simpsons' decision to do that.
It's sort of like, look, I get it. I do. But if you start getting into this mindset, it's going to get to the point where you're never going to find anybody to voice anything. Mm-hmm. Voice acting is a really difficult skill. Not everybody can do it right off the bat.
Yeah, and
sure, absolutely.
As a creative person, like I say creative in the concept, like you've written, you've thought of concepts like that. Maybe we look at it differently, but the last thing you want to do is restrict your possibilities.
Yeah.
And look, when I heard the story initially, I was pissed. I was absolutely pissed because the bottom line is, guys, it's a job. All right, everybody can do the job. Everybody can have that one accent that they can just do better than other people. And like Alex kind of pointed out, when it comes to certain races, there aren't too many in the profession that are doing it.
I'm all for opening the doors, giving them the opportunities. That should be a thing.
I think the doors are plenty open.
Because,
like, in some cases, people just don't want to take that opportunity. They've got other things going on in life.
It's, you know.
And like at that point, I'm all for having a lot of voice actors out there, but at the same time, like, you know, there will always be that set of voice actors who will get most of the jobs.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of like
I'm knocking Steve Bloom and Laura Bailey, but I will never knock their success.
Yeah.
I will never knock. Like, they have consistent jobs, and that's good. I don't know if Steve Bloom has a family, but Laura Bailey just had, I think, her second kid.
Oh, nice.
So at that point, like, I'm not gonna fault her for earning money. That's great. Both her and Travis are very well-known voice actors, and both have solid contracts. So at that point, yeah, by all means. But I am a little worried about there's getting to be such an obsession with skin color right now, and it's driving me bonkers. Like, it's almost like, without trying to get political, it's every time I open up social media or I open up a news site, I'm now worried about what skin color is this going to be about now. Why can't this skin color do this job? Why can't this skin color go and watch this movie? Why do I, as a white male, have to go and punish myself by going to watch this movie and having to go with like a penitent attitude kind of thing? And this is not how we enjoy creative times. Like, this is not how we enjoy movies. We don't sit there and punish ourselves. We go and enjoy them.
Right.
And I would much rather celebrate the fact that voice acting is such a diverse market than sit there and say, well, only this person can play this character.
Yeah, well, I think this was early this year or late last year or sometime last year.
Okay.
You know, Scarlett Johansson's obviously faced this before, but Scarlett Johansson was set to play like a transgendered character.
Yes.
In a movie. And of course there was backlash because Scarlett's not trans. But
yes, but
at the same time,
honestly say, aside from the one person in Orange Is the New Black, that there is other trans actresses, I guess.
Yes, and certainly they exist, but think about it this way. So now instead of getting that movie, it's not happening because people threw a hissy fit.
Yeah.
So it's now, instead of getting a movie that features a trans character when there's so few already, you're not getting it now.
But
because, well, ultimately the studio wants to be able to sell it on something, and Scarlett Johansson has star power, whether you like it or not.
She does, and but here's the thing that I would actually question people honestly. Do you think she couldn't play the role? Okay, I will criticize Scarlett like everybody else. She is very, very pro Hollywood. She knows how to play the game. She does. Which in some cases is very annoying, and in some cases, like with the Black Widow movie, is kind of cool. Because, like, she was probably one of the biggest people to push for a Black Widow movie. So at that point, we finally got one.
Yeah.
All right. And my argument to people with this, and therefore I've been seen as offensive, is that I do believe that she could do that.
I believe so too.
I think she could have done that, and it actually probably would have been a very thought-provoking film, depending on whoever was watching it. And it might have been for the better that she do it, but no. Instead, we had to go down the line of, no, you don't understand it, ergo you must never do it. And I don't believe that that's how anybody should ever take that. All right.
I mean, Dustin Hoffman isn't autistic. He made a great Rain Man.
Yeah, exactly. That's part of acting, is that you take on mannerisms that aren't your own.
Yes.
And you play them.
I mean, I don't think either of us are advocating of race bending characters, but like, you know, you shouldn't whitewash characters, especially if they're...
Well, that's another complaint that Scarlet got as well. Remember with Ghost in the Shell?
Ghost in the Shell, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you know...
Here's the thing. I'm not entirely against that concept as long as in your creative aspect, like, this better fits your vision as the producer. Because in my opinion, like, the producer has to have that bottom line.
Yeah.
It has to have that final say. And if that pisses people off, okay, that's fine. Then, you know, you can have that viewpoint. But that's the person that the studio has entrusted to make the film.
Well, you know, what I'm talking about more is like blackfacing it up, or, you know, what older movies tended to do. Like,
I don't even think that it's...
like putting Mickey Rooney in Asian makeup back in My Breakfast at Tiffany's, you know. Movie from the, like, 60s, right? So totally different time.
I don't think that...
Terrible thing. Don't do that anymore.
We as a... I don't think that we as a society need to even consider doing that anymore. Like, one of the things that I've actually found really weirdly comforting is, have you been following the whole story with Shane Dawson?
Yes. A little bit. Not too much, but I know about it.
Where I do have an issue of people digging up stuff that you did 10 years ago and criticizing you for it.
Yeah.
You're 10 years older now. You've learned from it. One of the things I did notice with a lot of early YouTubers is that they basically did what it took to get attention. And the only reason they did it was to get attention.
Yeah.
And so when I didn't even know that Shane Dawson had done a video in blackface. I never knew.
He did blackface, really?
Oh yeah, he did.
Oh, of course he did.
He did do a video in blackface, and now he regrets it deeply. I believe he does, but at the same time, like, it's actually kind of a cool thing to me to see. Yeah, your chickens kind of came home to roost because the only reason you did this was to get attention. Mm-hmm. Like back in those days, Shane Dawson was just as good as any of the prank channels out there at the time. Really, any of the other commentary channels. He was doing the exact same things they were doing. And so, I do appreciate that. I haven't heard his statement on the matter, but from what I understand of the statement, he's like, yeah, he now understands he did this to get attention and he really shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Okay? Because you could make the argument that actors do their job to get attention, and that's part of the reason that they should do it. But at the same time, also having the conscientious effort to say, like, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't play my character this way. Even if the director says I should play it this way, I should really be fighting to play it in this distinct way. Okay? Because there are going to be times when that is necessary. But I do not think that we should restrict the market any, especially in voice acting where your skin color is not being shown. You are in a booth.
Yeah.
You are being, like, look.
Like I said, voice acting is difficult.
It's a different deal. Oh, I guess we'll let the cutscene go through, and then we'll pontificate more.
Do you know what happened to Entrance after the tournament?
Entrance?
Is it weird to me that every time I see his name, I want to say Endrans?
Endrans.
I haven't heard anything about him since I defeated him in the Demon Palace title match.
I see.
Besides, I can't talk about epitaphs and Ida with Alkaid.
That will change at the end of this game, I'm guessing.
I saw Entrance after that.
Huh?
He looked like he'd been hollowed out from the inside. It was like, I don't know, like he had his life drained from him. It was just like seeing a ghost.
Well, we did data drain him. So.
Yeah.
Flashback.
Hey! Can't you hear me? Entrance?
Mia. Have you seen Mia?
are you talking about? Hey! Entrance! It's me! Don't you recognize me?
I can't find her. She's disappeared. My beautiful Mia.
Did we take his avatar out of him?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Would you look at yourself? Pull yourself together! I don't believe this. You are the same guy who defeated me, aren't you?
Where could my Mia have gone?
Huh? Wait! Hey! I said wait! Entrance!
It's all my fault. If I just hadn't lost. Please, I promise I won't lose next time. Please, Mia. 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 My Mia.
Is not prepared. Sorry.
Well, this has gotten kind of sentimental. Shall we head back?
Yeah.
So yeah, like we were saying beforehand, it's just like what I was about to say is like one of my favorite voice performances is Jet from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
And it's mainly because of the performance
Adam.
by Bo Billingsley. Sorry, give me a quick second, guys. Your tablet died. You get it off. Sorry, had kid aggro. So yeah, one of the reasons I love Jet so much is because of the performance of Bo Billingsley, who is a black guy playing what looks like on the screen as a white man.
Yeah.
I do not care that it's a black guy playing a white guy. I've never cared about that. I've only ever cared about if you're getting the best performance you could possibly give for that character. You know, kind of like I would look at it in my own case. Like if I got given a part, I played it to the best of my ability. So at that point, I just don't see a reason to restrict ourselves and say only this race can play this race. Because then I have to ask this one question, guys. And it's a dumb question, but it needs to be asked. Who plays Piccolo?
Yeah, really.
Who plays Skeeter Valentine? Who plays Roger Klotz?
Roger Klotz.
Who plays Mr. Dink?
Mr. And not many purple guys out there.
No, there aren't. So what happens when you create a green man? There are no green men. So what do you do in that? See, that in my case, that's what the Simpsons directors have done. They have backed themselves into a corner. Because what happens if you don't have a viable black actor who can play Dr. Hibbert the way that you want him to play it? You get rid of Dr. Hibbert? Okay, so I guess Dr. Nick Riviera is the only doctor in Springfield now. Which is dumb, because I love Dr. Hibbert and the jokes that they've done with him.
Yeah.
I love the and hearing that.
Yeah.
But I will say this, when I immediately heard the news, and maybe this was just me out of anger, I just wanted the Simpsons to die at that point. Like, just cancel them. Just cancel them. Because at this point, like, if you're gonna go this far backwards creatively, then at that point, yeah, the show needs to be killed off. And it won't. Because even Disney sees viability in having The Simpsons continue to run. But it's just that annoying to me. I don't know. I mean, anything I'm misrepresenting here?
Nah, I mean, it sounds fair.
Yeah.
You know.
It's frustrating.
You know, it's a common complaint people will raise with like dubs is like dubs have all the same 5 voice actors, which they don't, but you have to also see, you know how tricky it is to dub something like that, like an anime. You know, of course you have to rely on some of your more established talent.
Well, and here's the bottom line. Yes, you do have a stable. Disney's had a stable for years. And it's not 5 guys, it's more like 10. But those 10 people know how to, like, have an expanded enough range that the company themselves can rely on them to play a diverse network of voices. Alright? Like, the voice who plays Goofy, who I guess now I've heard on stream is training YouTuber Young Yap in voice acting.
Yeah.
That guy can play multiple roles at that point. He's got a very diverse range. So at that point, that's why he's on the stable. He's earned that.